So now I come to my room, and the topic of my room is New Year. First, we can see a broom inside. So the day before New Year, all the people will clean the house, means get rid of the old and usher in new. Almost person will put the fool on the door of the clean house, and the fool means blessing. And then we can see 2 chairs and a desk. Always family members will get together and have a nice dinner. And after dinner, we can go outside and watch the fireworks. And finally, the second day, we will visit the relatives, and children can get money in red pockets from adults.
Welcome to Ajumani, Uganda. This is a village in Uganda where my grandmother and most of my relatives live. It is very sentimental to my culture because in my culture it's very important to visit elders, and for me I only get to visit my grandmother and relatives at least once a year, so it's a very sentimental part for me. This is also an place where a lot of festivities happen, like weddings. I've thrown here.
So my culture experience is kind of like a house. Like, I don't know about your guys' family, but my family, especially my grandma, she likes to keep photos all over the house, like through the ages, like especially like graduation photos or baby photos or school photos. And so that's where I kind of got the idea from, like kind of like a family photo wall, except like a culture photo wall. I don't know if that makes sense, but okay, so firstly we have this wall over here, just like a couple of the most like commemorative things about my culture. So we have like Eritrean coffee, because my family's Eritrean. We have Juneteenth, like obviously a very important holiday. My dad's side of the family is Native American and African American, and so obviously Juneteenth is very important for the slaves who were finally freed. And then also some family photos. This wall over here, yeah, more family photos. More coffee. Coffee is just big in my family. We have some gumbo. My grandma makes really good gumbo every single Christmas. I think it's like a southern thing maybe. Then Eritrean weddings. There's a lot of weddings in my family just because it's so big. So everyone's like always getting married, somebody's granddaughter, cousin, or something. So I'm always traveling for weddings. And then another family photo. And this wall, there's like the little Christmas like decoration villages things. My grandma makes those every year. She has like a little black Santa, and then like those little houses and stuff. She decorates the whole entire house, and we're not allowed to touch it. Frog legs. Food is just a big part of my culture. So frog legs, fried frog legs. Then some injera, some beans, some lentils, some cabbage. Just basic Eritrean food. And then we have games like Uno. Play a lot of games in my family, and everyone cheats, but it's okay. And then some more family photos, because my family are like a part of my culture. They gave me my culture.
So today I'm going to talk about my culture, specifically Persian culture, and some of the most happiest moments in it. Sidah Bedar. Sizdah Bedar is Nature's Day. It is held every 13th day of the Farvardin, which is the first month of the Iranian calendar. During this day, people spend time picnicking outdoors. Nowruz. Nowruz is Persian New Year. It is the official beginning of spring. On the eve of the last Wednesday before Nowruz, people would jump over bonfires as ritual. They're called Chorshanbe Zuri. They would also light off fireworks. Some other costumes they do during the New Year are half sin, visit family and friends. And as you can see in the pictures, one of them there's a guy jumping over fire, and the other one is half sin. So it's 7, and then there's the letter in Farsi. Yalda Festival. It is celebrated on the longest night of the year, which is usually the middle of December. This festival marks the defeat of evil. Iranians will eat melon, which is thought to ward off illness. Mosque. A mosque is a place of worship for Muslims. Muslims pray in the mosque every Friday. In 2015, there were about 57,635 mosques in Iran. And in the picture, it is Narsir ul Mulk Mosque. It is located in Shiraz. And this is the end of my presentation.
So the first one is Mid-Autumn Festival. The Mid-Autumn Festival, also known as the Worship Festival. It is also the last festival for all of Chinese traditional festival. Since ancient time, and the Mid-Autumn Festival has had the custom of falling September of the moon, affecting the moon. Eating mooncakes, play in the lantern, and see some flowers, drinking after wear, and so on, which has been had down to the present day, and the Mid-Autumn Festival to the full moon of the return of the people for home, missing and feeling of relatives playing for the happiness become rich and colorful personal cultural hunter.
So this one is Spring Festival. So the Spring Festival is one of the 4 traditional festivals in China. The Spring Festival, also known as the Lunar New Year, is the beginning of the year and the traditional meaning of the year. The origin of the Spring Festival contains profound cultural connotation. During the Spring Festival, various activities are held all over the country to celebrate the Spring Festival, such as visiting couples, setting off firecrackers, eating dumplings, and so on. These activities to get rid of the old and the new, exorcism and disaster, worship gods and ancestors as the main content. The form of rich and colorful, condensing the essence of traditional Chinese culture.
Okay, so third one is Dragon Boat Festival. The Dragon Boat Festival is the third of the four traditional Chinese festival. The Dragon Boat Festival evolved from the ancient times to worship and dragon. Later, because Chu poet Qu jumped into the river on May 5. So later, people also regard the Dragon Boat Festival as a festival to commemorate Qu. On the Dragon Boat Festival, people usually celebrated by eating 粽子 and reciting Dragon Boat.
And this one is the National Day. National Day is a national holiday established by a country to commemorate the country itself. China's National Day celebrates the day when the People's Republic of China was founded. There will be celebrations and parades of different scales in each 5th and 10th anniversary. In history, the most influential and representative ones are the founding ceremony, the 5th, 10th, 35th, 50th, 60th, and 70th anniversary of the founding of the country.
Okay, so the fourth one is Qingming Festival. Tomb sweeping days is also one of the four traditional Chinese festivals. Tomb sweeping and answered worship and outing are the two major themes for the tomb sweeping festival. These two major traditional equality and custom themes have been entered the Chinese since ancient time and content to this day.
So the last one is Lantern Festival. The Lantern Festival is one of the traditional Chinese festivals. The Lantern Festival features a series of traditional activities such as watching lanterns, eating glutinous rice balls, guessing lantern riddles, and setting off fireworks. In addition, many local lantern festivals also added a dragon lantern, line dance, walking on stilts, or in a land boat, playing the drums and other traditional folk performances. In June 28, the Lantern Festival was selected into the second batch of National Intangible Cultural Heritage.
Okay, this is also a way to show on the video about the Chinese culture.